I want you to look at this. Do you want to be happy right now, or do you want to wait for your happiness and be happy 5 years down the line? So this is the choice which you have right now. Happy right now or happy sometime down the line. 5 years, 3 years, whatever. Now this I call the time value of happiness. Just like you have time value of money, this can be thought of as time value of happiness. Now what do I mean by this? If you remember the concept of discounting and the present value of your future amount, what we do over there? We just discount any future payment which we are going to receive to the present terms, right? So similarly, we can discount any future happiness to the present value. If you know a bit of present value calculation, you already know that 100 rupees right now is worth to you a lot more than 100 rupees which you will get 10 years after. So anything which you get later suffers through this problem of time value calculation. It could be time value of money, it could be time value of happiness, it could be time value of pleasure, it could be time value of your food. So if you are hungry right now, you need the food right now, not 1 hour afterwards. So you have to make this choice, because no matter how hard you try to qualify MSQE entrance or DSC entrance or IIT JEE or CAT or PGDBA or any entrance examination, GRE, GMAT, what have you, you will never be happy if you do not remember this time value calculation. If you think that some exam will give you happiness 1 year down the line or 2 year down the line, that is never going to give you that amount of happiness. If you just be in that state of mind that I will give whatever I have, and no matter what the result comes, I will be happy, and I am happy right now. So obviously all this talk is not helping you to achieve excellence in your entrance examinations directly, but this has a psychological impact to you, and that is why I'm making this video. You need to understand the value of your present, because if you are at this moment right now, because you don't have any choice, you have to be at this moment right now, you can choose happiness. And the moment you choose happiness, the moment you are happy that whatever I'm preparing for is not going to drastically impact my happiness, it will just change few variables in my life, in my career, but not my happiness, then your performance in the exam will drastically improve, and you can see the progress each day. Your overall preparation for the exam will have a different outlook altogether. I remember that when I was studying at IIT Kharagpur and when I used to visit my school, I had to give 1 or 2 lectures, kind of a pep talk on how to get into IIT. And those days I had a kind of a framework that to get into IIT or any college of your choice, you need 3 kinds of intelligence. One is your IQ, intelligence quotient. Next is your EQ, which is emotional quotient. And the third is your SQ, which is spiritual quotient. Now, all of you guys know what IQ is. And yes, there's a lot of debate about the efficacy of IQ measurement, but I'll not get into that. Let's just think of IQ as kind of a de facto measurement of how good you are at solving problems. So let's look at IQ at just at the analytical layer. Think of IQ as a kind of a measurement for your analytical capabilities, or I can say your hard skills. Now, what is emotional quotient? The emotional quotient is something which is very important when you are under stress. So what I mean by that is, let's say you have to solve 20 questions in 1 hour and 40 minutes has gone by and you have not been able to solve even 2 to 3 questions. So that means you are under a lot of pressure or stress. How will you manage that? If you do not have EQ, emotional quotient or emotional intelligence, you will not have a good performance in that exam. So you need to build that. And how do you build that? You build that when you are happy, when you are at the current moment, when your preparation is such that you are always in a mental frame of mind that no matter what happens, I always give my best. So when you have prepared for an exam with a high EQ bent of mind, you will always have that self-belief in you that I need to give my best and I am giving my best, no matter how many questions I solve. So it could happen in the next 20 minutes I can solve 10 questions, and that could drastically change your performance. You never know, because it's a competitive examination. You don't have to get all the questions correct. Now, what about SQ? What is spiritual quotient? What is spiritual intelligence? Now, over here, I am not asking you to go to Himalaya and start some kind of ritualistic practice or go to a temple and spend hours and hours there. What I'm trying to tell you is look within and find what really excites you, what really motivates you, who are you inside, and why are you preparing for this exam. Now this will give you a very high level of spiritual intelligence, which will give you a better driving force. See, I remember a line from Aldous Huxley's book, all ends are ape chosen, only the means are man's. I think it's pretty obvious what the statement means, that your ends are always random in nature, only the means to get those ends have a structure. Now, let me just try to interpret it in our context. In our context, it says that if deep down we find out that why I want to do something. Now, that why should not be very logical. It should appeal to you. I can say that I love having a cup of tea. Now, I may not give you a very logical reasoning, but I would say that I have spent a lot of time thinking that what do I like in the evening? And I have come to the realization that I like the cup of tea which I have in the evening. So that is a kind of a spiritual intelligence which I have captured. Now you can go deep down into your thinking and find out why do you really want to qualify this examination, and do you really want to qualify this examination? And the answer which you will get will have a very high conviction, and that conviction will drive your spiritual quotient, your spiritual intelligence. So given that you have high IQ, or rather it is kind of an indication of high analytical ability, or rather high problem solving skills. Second is your emotional quotient or emotional intelligence, which means that you can handle a lot of pressure. You have to solve a lot of questions in a limited amount of time. You can handle that. The third is your why. I mean, are you really confident that this is the exam which you want to qualify, and how much valuable this is for you? So these are basic frameworks over here, and if you combine IQ, EQ, SQ, you will have an understanding that this exam is not dictating my happiness, but this is something which I want to achieve, and the process will be enjoyable, so that I am happy right now. I'm not waiting for the happiness, because if I wait for the happiness, the present value of the happiness is definitely going to be a lot less, right? Because 100 rupees right now is a lot more than 100 rupees 10 years down the line. So this is the kind of time value of happiness which I'm trying to come towards, that no matter what you want in life, at what stage of your life you are in, but if you are not happy right now, you have some kind of deal with yourself that I will be happy only after I achieve this, only after I go through this. Then you are unnecessarily putting yourself into a wrong kind of mental situation, and that is not good for your happiness, health, if I may term that phrase. I wanted to make this video on time value of happiness, and my concept here was that just like we have time value of money, we can have time value of happiness. And this calculation over here can form a basic framework for a lot of economic principles which you might get interested about in your later stage of economic research. Because in economics, you attach utility to a lot of things. You don't always attach utility to buying or selling goods. You can attach utility to a lot of intangible things as well. Now, obviously, there's no constraint over here as of now. I can put certain constraint over here, and then this will become your constraint maximization problem. So the focus of this video was in three parts. First was giving you the idea of time value of happiness. Second, how to use that in your entrance preparation. And the third was that you can use this time value of happiness framework to model a lot of economic problems. Obviously, this video is not going to directly help you in solving a lot of questions or preparing for an entrance examination, but this is a video which you need to pay proper attention to so that you understand each and every message which I am trying to give towards you. Because I may not be the best motivator which you listen to, but what I am trying to give you is a distilled piece of information from my experience of sitting for a lot of entrance examinations, that you have to be in that state of mind with high IQ, EQ and SQ, so that you do not trade your happiness for that one seat. You always remember that your happiness is much more valuable than any entrance examination.